You guys keep begging me to drop this video, bro. Oh, a dribble tut. All right. You know, I'm not the best dribbler out there, but I do know how to do, you know, the connectors into like the walkbacks and the double crossovers and the, I don't know, the basic moves and the combo moves. And I don't know, I'm not that good of a dribbler, but I do know like a lot of moves. So I'm showing you how to do them. You know, I'm gonna have the timestamps at the bottom on how to do these moves. And speaking of moves, look at him. Whoa, he's actually dancing now. It is currently April 7th. I get unbanned on the 14th. Just one more week, bro, and I can finally play on my account again. We've been stuck playing the ones and dropping jump shot videos and all that. When I get my account back, we playing like the 2s and 3s and all that. So I've been talking for a bit. He's been dancing for a bit. We're actually not done. I feel bad for the people that skipped this. 2K came in clutch with this new season. They gave me 2 passes for season 6. They gave me a Hall of Fame pass and a regular season pass. So you know what that means. Giveaway! All right, I don't know what should be the word for the giveaway this time. You know, this is a dribble test, so let's just use the word combo, all right? Put combo in the comments. You only have to put it one time, C-O-M-B-O, and you'll get entered into the giveaway, all right? We've done this 5 times, 6 times now at this point, probably more. So if you want a chance of just getting a free Hall of Fame pass or season pass, I think it's Xbox too. I don't think it's PlayStation, I think it's Xbox. If you're on PlayStation and you accidentally win it, or not accidentally, if you win the season pass, just give it to one of your friends that has an Xbox or do whatever you want to do with it. All right. So I know his arms are hurting from dancing too long. I actually got to get on my PlayStation and play on my friend's account for this video because whenever I try to use my hand cam on Xbox, it doesn't work. So I'm going on my PlayStation. Let's get it. I forgot that this is how the game be looking for you guys. Hold up, look at this. Like, it's all dark. Hold on, we gotta change that. Boom, there we go. Yeah, my Elgato, my capture card, I'm able to change the colors. That looks a lot better. All right, first thing, Sigs. I'm gonna go over Sigs that I use and then Sigs that you can use if you're like a 6'6", 6'7", and if you don't like have the requirements just to get the same Sigs I have. All right, so dribble style, offer it. It's gonna be Garland, okay? If you're a small guard, of course, put on Garland. If you're a tall guard, if you can get Shea, put on Shea. What's the requirement for Shea? Just 84 speed of ball, under 6'10". If you can't get Shea, then put on Zion. That's just what you have to use, okay? If you can't get either one of those, then I guess normal. I'm sure most of y'all can get, you do need a 60 speed of ball, so I'm pretty sure you can get Zion, all right? For the size ups, I use C. Francis, but if you can't get C. Francis, if you're not a starter 4, then you can use Darius Garland or you can use Jordan Poole. But let's say you are a starter 4 and you still can't get C. Francis, then just put on De'Aaron Fox. So either C. Francis, D. Fox, Jordan Poole, Garland. If you're tall, so like a 6'6", put on that T-Mac. Do I have it? Yeah. Get that. That T-Mac is very good. It's pretty much Garland, but for 6'6", all right? There's probably some other good size ups out there. Actually, James Harden's is pretty good. You can really combo up with his if you're like on a 6'6". So test out those and figure out which ones you like. Breakdown combo, I use Curry. I know most of you guys can't get this. I think when I'm on my 6'6", I just use Pro. Which one would I use? Oh no, I use Jordan Poole. When I'm on my 6'6", I use Jordan Poole, all right? So if you can't get Curry, try Pro or Jordan Poole. I think Jordan Poole will be the next best option. For the aggressive breakdowns, my friend uses Jordan Poole. I don't use this. I use Isaiah Thomas. So I'm actually gonna put that on. Isaiah Thomas is good. Jordan Poole is good. Some people do like that John Morant. I don't like it this year. It was really good last year. It still is a good move. Stephon Marbury is kind of like Isaiah Thomas. And then Devin Booker gives you that like broken launch that we've talked about. That move is very broken. So for the sake of dribbling, IT or Jordan Poole. All right. And if you're tall, KD. KD is definitely the best one for the 6'6". You only need a 73 ball handle for it too. So the escape, you see my friend, he uses Curry. We don't use that, or I don't use that. Since I dribble like a tall guard, I use Luka. And if you don't know, Luka is the exact same as basic. You get the exact same, 16 crossover, the crossover that all the ISO players use. So if you're 6'6", or if you want to be dribbling like a tall guard, put on Luka if you can get it. If you can't get Luka, then you have to use basic, all right? So it's just basic or Luka. For the combo moves, Pro. Everyone can get it. Only use Pro. It is the best combo moves in the game. There's probably actually some other good ones out there, but Pro's like the easiest to do like connectors out of. So put on Pro. Pro, crossover. All right, for small guards. If you can get De'Aaron Fox, put it on, of course. It's the best it's one of the best crossovers in the game. If you're taller, if you're a 6'6", or you just can't get D Fox, put on either Dbook. I think Dbook's the second best. Lonzo's very good, or Austin Reeves. All right, so if you're small, D Fox, tall, or just can't get it, Dbook, Lonzo, Austin Reeves. Austin Reeves would be like the last option in my opinion. All right, and that's the crossovers. The behind the backs. I don't use Trey behind the back. I guess I didn't even know he used Trey on his build. I use Kyrie. All right, I'm a 6'4" with the 95 ball handle, so I use Kyrie. I know most people probably can't get that. So if you can't get Kyrie, either use Pro or Garland, regardless of your height. If you're 6'4", if you're 6'6", Pro lets you get this really good, that animation right there can launch you forward. It's really good behind the back. And then Garland, when he does his explosive, it's kind of like Pro's, but it can set you up for an easy fade. So if you got the high ball handle like me, Kyrie. If you don't, Pro or Garland. Simple. Or you could use Kawhi if you're tall enough, but I don't really like Kawhi. So the spin, I don't do spins, so this is really just up to you. Normally I do run Terry if I'm on my small guards, but I dead don't do them. So the hezzy though, there's like a couple you can use. I use Hallie. You can use Kobe White, and you can use, I think, is it Garland? Yeah, you can use Garland. They're all good, right? So either Hallie, Kobe White, Garland, even Paul George isn't even a bad one. I used to use that on my 6'6". For the sake of the video, I'm just keep Hallie on. So Hallie, the step back. We're no Zach LaVine merchants. We've gone over this. Devin Booker. Put on Devin Booker. Stop being a bot and just using Zach LaVine step back. We're using the best step back in the game, Devin Booker. This lets you quick stop, lets you set your feet very fast, and it gets you a lot of space for a three. All right, best step back in the game, Devin Booker. We're not even gonna like talk about any other ones. The triple threat style. Why does he have Jordan? Put on Kobe. If you can get Kobe, put it on. Oh, he is this dude's a starter 5. So yeah, if you can get Kobe, put that on because that allows you to do the little glitch. I'm not gonna talk about it, but I guess if you can't get it, then put on Jordan. And that's about it. Yeah, that's about it. Okay, the go-to shots and the hop jumpers. The go-to shots. I only use Jalen Suggs. I'm not gonna lie, I don't use any other ones. On the 6'6", if you can use KD, I'll say KD is a very good one. Of course, it's probably one of the best ones in the game. But for the sake of the video, for dribbling purposes, put on Jalen Suggs. I'm gonna teach you some little moves you can do out of it. So Jalen Suggs, you know, the 6'10s be using Paulo. Don't use Drace Walker. I used to use this a lot at the start of the year. It's really only good if you have DeJounte Murray's dribble style, but that's the go-to shot for the hop jumper. All right, if you're a small guard and can get it, put on Kyle Lowry. You should be able to get, you only need a 78 3-baller midi. Put it on. All right, you can Rari Slide with it. It catches a lot of people off guard. Very, very broken move in the game. All right, if you're tall, put on Dillon Brooks. Another like very broken move because you get the little, this like crossover animation whenever you put it on. So if you're small, Kyle Lowry, tall, Dillon Brooks. And I might go over like some of the tall guard Sigs later on in the video, but that should be everything. I think that's about everything. What the heck, this dude has, my friend has, this is even Ant's account and he has Ant's jumper on. All right, let's see. The first thing I'm gonna teach y'all. Oh man, it feels different. Oh, my hand cam. Snap. Let me not forget that. It feels so different dribbling on a PlayStation. Look at the controller. Yeah, but hopefully this works. There we go. We got it working now. Now I'm gonna switch this to a PlayStation controller. So give me a second. All right, I think I got it set up. Yeah, it's definitely working. The first move, it will be just the basic 16 crossover, which is just this move right there. Boom. To do that, that's the Luka or basic escape. Literally all you have to do, just hold R2. If the ball's in your right hand, just flick left or right. Boom, boom. That's it. That's all you got to do. All right. Now, if you want to like spam the move, so if you want to do this right here and like keep dribbling out of it, it's very simple. All you got to do, just do the move. And then once you flick left or right, just pull back on your left analog stick for like a second. So boom, boom, pull back. And so when you pull back on your left analog stick, it cancels out of moves. So boom, cancel out the move. And then you can just do it again. So boom, cancel out the move. Boom, just like that. And that canceling out a move, that works for like a lot of Sigs. So like even if I do a crossover, just regular size up, boom. So boom, if I just walk back, it cancels out of it. So boom. Because if I just let the whole animation play out, that's what it looks like. But you just pull back, so boom, like that. So that's how you do basic in the basic spam. So you just go left to right, boom, pull back, right to left, boom, pull back, and you just start spamming it. So boom, 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 boom. Oh, you get the idea. All right. Now, when you're 6'4" and you have Garland dribble style on, you can just like run out of it. So you can just keep holding R2 and just keep running. You get like a really good speed boost because that's Garland. Or if you don't want that type of speed boost when you run, then let me shoot the ball. Ew, what jumper? Now for like the 6'6s and I guess for 6'4s, if you still want to be able to run out the move, you just have to do the little crossover, but let go of R2 and then hold your left analog stick diagonally up to the way you want to run. So in this case, I'm gonna run to the left. I'm gonna do the move, let go of R2 and diagonally up. I didn't get it just then. Let's see. So Can I get the move? It's that right there. That one right there. Right there again. Right there again. So it looks a lot different. Oh, his build can, okay. I completely forgot about that. The whole, some of y'all might have watched that video about how the dribble moves affect or change based on what build you are. And like if you have a mascot on, I forgot his build's a little different. All right, so pretty much if you want to be able to run at a basic and you don't have Garland, just do the basic crossover and then hold your left analog stick diagonally up without holding R2. All right, and you'll get that run right there. I forgot that his build can actually get the fast speed boost I talked about in that one video. So that's why I wasn't getting it, you know, off rip, but that's basic 16, okay? Or normal 16, whatever the 16 crossover is called, all right? The next move, it's just gonna be the pro combo moves, all right? It's very easy to do. Literally, if the ball's just in your right hand, flick left to right without holding R2. Boom, boom. Come on, y'all, all right? Left to right, boom, boom. That's pro combo moves. Now, if you want to get the other pro combo moves animation, let's say the ball's still in your right hand, instead of going left to right, you just go right to left. So, boom, boom. That easy, all right? And so when you figure out how to do the pro combo moves, I mean, you should be able to figure that out. You can connector, all right? So now the connector. To do that, all you do the pro combo move, so left, right, and then once the ball ends back up in your right hand, you just want to hold your left analog stick diagonally down to the left, all right? So boom, boom, diagonally down. Oh, didn't even pull it off just then. Boom, boom, diagonally down left. That's the connector. That behind the back animation, that's connector. And so if the ball's in your left hand, you just do the opposite thing. So now I'm gonna go right to left, pro combo moves, boom. And this time I'm gonna hold my left analog stick diagonally down to the right. So boom, boom, boom. Just like that. All right, that's the connector. So just putting the two moves that we've learned, the basic crossover and the connector and the pro combo moves, you can literally dribble like this. Boom, boom, boom. Like that, I mean, that already looks like you're doing a lot. It's literally just two moves. Actually, you can do a little more. So look, I just did 2 or 3 moves and it looked like I just did a lot. I didn't. All right. Like when you figure out that, oh, like dribbling isn't hard and like what people are really doing isn't hard and these moves are pretty easy to do, you'll understand like, oh, wow. All these dribblers really aren't doing much. That's why dribbling is easy in this game. You guys just don't know how to do it. So now out of the connector, you can do like 6 different moves. I'm gonna go over the ones that I know how to do. All right. The first thing, we're gonna go over the walkbacks because I think that's gonna be easier than doing the push crosses. All right. So the walkbacks that you can do out of pro com moves, they look like this. All right, this is one of them. Boom. This is another one. Boom. Here's another animation if I can get it pulled off. That's another animation, and then here's the last one. All right, those are the walkbacks, and those help whenever you're just dribbling, you just want to reset, or you actually just want to shoot the 3. It's pretty much always open because people don't ever play that shot. To do it, it's very easy. Okay, all you got to do pro com moves into the connector, and then once you see your player go behind the back, so boom. Once you see your player go behind the back, you keep holding your left analog stick diagonally down to the left if the ball's in your right hand, and you simply just want to flick your right analog stick either diagonally upright, horizontally right, or diagonally down to the right. Okay, if you go diagonally upright, it's gonna give you one of 2 crossover animations. So boom, 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 that's the first crossover animation, and then if you get lucky, you get the really good crossover animation. So boom, boom, didn't get it that time, that's a regular one. Boom, boom. That's actually, there's actually 3 then. So that's the second animation. That's not the good one either. The good one will like drag you back. So hopefully I get it eventually. It's just literally just random, or I'm pretty sure it's just random. If you can get the good one every time, please tell me because I don't know how to get it every single time. That one right there. You see how like far that one dragged me back? That's a good animation you want to try to get. That's the crossover walk back out the connector. If you want to do the between the legs walk back out the connector, you just want to flick your right analog stick horizontally to the right. So boom, boom. Oop, boom, boom, connector, right, boom. That's the between the legs. If you want to get the behind the back one, then it's diagonally down to the right. So boom, boom. I messed, that's the wrong behind the back. Boom, 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 just like that. So the big tip, like to pull this off, make sure you see your player do the connector before you actually flick your right analog stick, either diagonally up right, horizontally right, or diagonally down right. Make sure you see that behind the back before you flick, okay? Because if you don't see that behind the back, then you'll get the push cross and you'll do a move like that, okay? And so leading into that, the moves that push you forward, okay? If you want to get the moves that push you forward, flick your right analog stick either diagonally upright, horizontally right, or diagonally down right before you see the move go behind your back. The connector go behind your back, all right? Oh, I need some water, I'm stuttering. So if I want to do the push cross, right? And I have Devin Booker on right now. This works with Lonzo, I have De'Aaron Fox on. It works with Dbook, Lonzo, all that. You do the connector. So boom, boom, boom. I'm gonna flick my right analog stick before I see my player actually put the ball behind his back. So I'm gonna flick it diagonally up right, all right? So boom, boom, flick up. Oh, I probably did a little too fast just then. Boom, boom, flick up. That's how you get the push cross like that. It's gonna take time learning how to do that. It is. But that is literally the best way that I can explain how to get the push cross out of it. Now, it's weird because like one stream, I mess up doing this a lot, even though I know like exactly how to do it. I don't know, maybe I'm not locked when I'm streaming, but it's very, very easy to do. And it's very broken. You know, I've already gone over why it's so broken in the video that I dedicated for it. You can go both ways out of it. You know, very, very solid and great move to just blow by defenders. All right, that's a crossover. Now, if you want to do the between the legs, instead of flicking diagonally upright, you're just gonna flick horizontally right before you see the connector actually happen. So boom, boom, boom. That's between the legs. That's De'Aaron Fox's between the legs. Dbook has a very good between the legs animation. I might gotta show you guys that one. I might get on the 6'6" and show you, but out of De'Aaron Fox's between the legs, you can actually do that right there, which is, it's pretty broken because it launches you forward some more. And to do that, all you got to do is just do the between the legs and hold R2 and flick left to right, and you'll get that little launch forward. So boom, boom. Mind you, you don't even have to touch your left analog stick to like keep running forward. It's already gonna launch you forward because of the connector. So once again, between the legs, left, right, boom. Just simple. Just look at the hand cam, all right? Now the last like push forward, or there's actually two more push forward animations. The behind the back is just diagonally down, right? So it's gonna be boom, boom, boom. That's De'Aaron Fox's has a really bad behind the back one, so I don't do that. But I think Devin Booker might have a good behind the back, so you can test out which crossovers have good behind the backs. You can also do a hezzy, all right, which looks like this. I never do that though. Ant does it all the time, and Ant's like, he's really glitchy. He knows how to do like run backs out of that. I don't know how to do that stuff. To do the hezzy, all you got to do is just flick diagonally up to the left this time. Instead of going diagonally up to the right, you go diagonally up to the left, of course, to do a hezzy. So boom, like that. Ant really be, I think he's gonna drop a dribble tut soon. So he really knows how to combo out of it. You can also do a spin out of the connector. So see, man, I never even do it. Yeah, buddy, you'll never see me do this. I'll pull it off, but I'll try to pull it off. See, I did a half spin. I never do that. I don't do spins. All right. I'm not good enough to the point I be spinning. So yeah, that's just how to do the push forward moves and the walk back moves. So that's pretty much like all the basic things you can do at the connector. Now with the hard connector stuff, the run back stuff, instead of the walk backs, we're doing the run backs now. This is what the run backs look like at the connector. Like that. And so to run back out the connector, it's very easy, okay? If you're on the right side of the court, do the connector. So boom, boom. Oh my God. Boom, boom, boom. When the ball ends up in your left hand, you want to run to that shoulder. You want to run to your left shoulder. So you're going to hold R2 and hold your left analog stick like diagonally. Or I guess it's not diagonal. I guess it's like straight down. You pretty much just want to make sure that your player's running back to that shoulder, right? That should make sense. He's going to like run back to that left shoulder. So do the connector. Boom, boom, boom. Hold R2 and run back so your player runs and keeps the ball in his left hand. All right, so it should look like that. Pretty simple. I'm telling you, it's not hard to do. When you figure that out, you'll be like, oh snap, that's easy. So actually, you can do that run back. If you're on the wings, it doesn't matter which wing you're on. If you just do the basic crossover and then just run back, you get a really fast one. Oops, so I'm on the wing, boom, run back. You see how fast that one was? You can only do that on the wings though. You can't do that at the top of the key. So boom. That easy, very easy. All right, just want to make sure you're running to that same ball hand and keeping that ball in that hand, because if you don't keep the ball in the hand, if I run back and I try to do it going the other way, it's not gonna work. All right, you got to keep the ball in the same hand you're running back to. So the ball's on my left, or it's gonna end up in my left. Keep running back to the left. It's gonna take practice. All right, so now out the run back, you can do a lot of moves. There's a lot of things you can do out the run back. I'm gonna just tell y'all 2 things you can do. All right, there's definitely way more. I'm not gonna go into all that stuff because I don't do it. I'm just going over moves I do. The first thing and the easiest thing is gonna be the half spin. It should look like this. Boom, that's the good half spin. All right, boom. All right, so to do that, you want to do the run back, and when you're running back, all you want to do is, while you're still holding turbo, is rotate your right analog stick from, was it like 3 o'clock to 12 o'clock? You want to rotate it in that counterclockwise motion. So boom, boom, oh, boom, 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 boom. That's a half spin. All right, so out the half spin, you know, you can just keep dribbling. You can keep doing your basic combo. So boom, and then I'll go over some other things you can do out of that, but that's just the regular half spin. If you want to do like a moving cross out of it, so like that, all you want to do is do the run back. And this time, while you're still holding R2, you just want to flick your right analog stick left to right while you're running back. So boom, left, right, boom. That easy. All right. Now, what I like to do the double crossover. So it looks like this. Boom, 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 boom. That's what it looks like. Very easy to do. All you're going to do is go run back, left to right, and then right to left. That easy. So boom, left, right, right, left. Double crossover, just that easy. It's easy, bro. It's very easy. All right. Now, I think Ant, you know, I don't do this, but I think Ant does the crossover, and then he'll keep running and do a half spin. Oh man, let me try to do this. This is the complicated ones. See, like he'll do stuff like that. I don't dribble like that, bro. Let me see. I can't even do it. That's the advanced Glock stuff. I don't dribble that way. I probably should learn how to do it because I don't even think it's that hard to do. But yeah, he starts like left stick dribbling into another half spin. Just a little too advanced for me right now. All right. So those are the moves you can do at the run back. Normally what I like to do, when I do my double crossover, what do I do out of it? I'll do the crossover, boom. Oh, I'll do a snatchback. I'll do Devin Booker snatchback, which looks like that. I'll show you what it looks like all together. So boom, boom. I didn't even pull it off. Oh no, between the legs. Okay, I'm forgetting. All right, I do that between the legs animation. So after the double crossover, boom, boom, hold R2. Since the ball's gonna end up in your left hand, hold R2 and flick your right analog stick just horizontally to the right. And you'll get this little between the legs animation. So boom, boom, flick right, boom, that between the legs. And then out that between the legs, you can do Devin Booker's snatchback, which is that. And to do his snatchback, just hold R2 and flick left to right. So boom, boom, or not left to right, left, then down. So boom, you have to do it really fast or else you're not gonna pull it off. So boom, you can actually spam that. So we'll try to spam it real quick. Boom, boom, boom. All right, so do that move after that little between the legs. So run back, boom, boom, like that. Ah, I didn't do it, but you get the idea, all right? There we go, boom. Oh my God, I don't know why that took me so long to do. That's what I like to do at the double crossover. So that's actually every move that I do at the connector. Literally every single move. So push crosses, behind the backs, run backs, walk backs, and that's literally every single thing. So that's all the connector moves, all right? The next moves I'm gonna go over are gonna be, I guess the breakdown combos, all right? And so I use Isaiah Thomas. If you're a 6'6", you're gonna be using the KD. This is what it looks like. Boom. That's Isaiah Thomas's. It's a very good animation for dribbling. KD's is just a tween. Very good for dribbling. So all you do is just hold R2 and flick straight up. So boom, that's how you get it. All right. And so when you start dribbling, you can combo that into your moves. So you can do like basic, R2, boom, and then start connecting. You see that? Like, I'm not doing much. It's literally 3 moves, you know? Or Dbook snatch, basic, or combo moves. I did the Jalen side. Okay, we're getting a little ahead of ourselves, all right? We're not doing much though, okay? First little combo, just basic Isaiah Thomas. So basic Isaiah Thomas, boom. And then out the Isaiah Thomas, you can just connector. So basic Isaiah Thomas, connector, boom. Easy. So at the connector, you can walk back. So basic Isaiah Thomas, connector, walk back. You see what I'm like? You start chaining together moves because you just there's like 12 moves in the game. So as long as you learn the 12 moves, you're infinitely gonna be good at dribbling, you know? You're never gonna run out of things to do. And I think another thing you guys don't understand, like when people are comboing up, or I feel like when good dribblers are comboing up, they're not really like planning out exactly what move they're gonna do next, or like they don't have like an entire sequence of what they're gonna do in their head. They're just doing moves and then doing another move that they know they can combo out of that last move. Or that's how I dribble. That's how I think, at least. So like if I do a basic crossover, right? I know I can't do so like if I do a basic crossover, I know, okay, I can either do another basic cross, or I could just like do a pro combo moves out of it, or I could do like a snatchback out of it or something. But like I'm not planning out every single move that I'm gonna do. I'm really just doing them and making sure I'm doing the right moves at the right time. I don't know. It's gonna take time like figuring out how to do combos. All right. So that's Isaiah Thomas's breakdown. Now the Curry breakdown, this is what it looks like. It's just when you just hold up or flick up on your right stick, no R2. That's the animation. A lot of people do this move. I rarely ever do it. It's a good move because you can just like speed boost out of it. So like that. But I don't know. I really don't do the move too often. The Jordan Poole one's good because it like does like a little walk back animation. But once again, you can just do like basic Isaiah Thomas Curry or basic Isaiah Thomas connector walk back Curry. So let's see. Basic Isaiah Thomas walk back Curry. I didn't really do the walk back, but you see what I'm saying? Like it's just little things here and there. All right, boom, Curry. I wanted to do another pro connector, but that's Curry's breakdown. All right, now one thing I forgot to mention, the connector. You can do the connector out of a lot of other moves other than just the pro combo moves. I completely forgot about this. You can do the connector out of simply just the size up you have. So I have Steve Francis on, all right? And so that's a crossover for Steve Francis. If I want to get the connector out of that, all I have to do is just hold, once again, just hold diagonally down. If the ball's in my left hand, I'm gonna cross over and then hold my left analog stick, like diagonally down left. So boom. Oh, didn't get it pulled off. It's a lot harder to do, but you can still do it. You see, that's why I don't do it, because with Steve Francis, it's pretty hard to pull off. There we go, boom. That's what it looks like. Hopefully I can get it in my right hand. So boom, just like that. So it is hard to do with Steve Francis, so I don't recommend like trying to do it. But you can do it out of Steve Francis's crossover. You can do it out of, I think, James Harden's between the legs, maybe. And I think De'Aaron Fox's between the legs. Pretty much any size up, you can either do it out of their between the legs, their behind the backs, or their crossovers. So for Steve Francis, it's his crossover. Boom. Wow, I did it first try. So depending on which crossover you have on, you just got to figure out, so depending on which size up you have on, depends on how you're gonna be able to do the crossover out of the size up, you know. You understand what I mean, all right. Now another move you can do it out of, other than the 6 size up, is your escape. So with like basic escape, you know, when you just do their escape between the legs, it's really slow. This is Luka's basic, or Luka's escape between the legs. I don't know if I can do it out his. Yeah, I don't think I can do it out of his. Okay, I can't. But like if you have like basic one, you can do the between the legs escape. Oh, you can. Shit, you just, okay, boom. So I don't recommend doing that because as you see, it's like kind of hard for me to pull off. But if you're using basic, then yeah, you learn how to do it out the escape like that. So another move you can do the connector out of is if you hold R2, then flick, if the ball's in your right hand, right to left, and you get that animation. Instead of getting the 16 cross, you get that one. You can do the connector out that. So boom, boom, connector. It's not even hard to do it out of this one. So boom. It's weird because I never like intentionally try to do this one, but I pull it off all the time. So I guess that's like the escape connector, I guess. I don't know. And the last move you can connector out of is actually like your go-to shot. So in this case, Jalen Suggs. I don't know how I'd be doing it. I'm be real. You can do it out of Jalen Suggs though. You gotta somehow at some point in time hold your left analog stick diagonally down left. If you can figure out how to do it consistently, it's pretty good. I think Ant knows how to do it consistently. So yeah, I don't know how to do it every single time. But that's all the connectors. That's all the basic standstill stuff. One of the final things we're gonna go over, the go-to shot, and we're using Jalen Suggs. This is the full animation, or actually there's 2 animations. If it's in the right hand, you just hold up with R2. Oh, actually no, just hold up on your right analog stick, boom. If it's in your left hand, you get a kind of weaker animation, but it's still good. What I like to do out Jalen Suggs, I like to hold my left analog stick diagonally down to the left whenever the ball gets back to my right hand. So now when the ball's back in my right hand, when you hold diagonally down left, boom, he throws it through his legs like that. That's like a killer right there. Because when you throw it through your legs like that, you can just do another crossover, go back to the right. There we go, like that, just like that. So I guess to do that, you gotta be holding R2. Yo, this jumper's so bad. You gotta be holding R2 and do the between the legs. So that way your player like starts like somewhat running to the left. So I'm gonna be holding R2, boom. You see how he like started running to the left? And then you just do a crossover. That's why I was messing up. I wasn't holding R2. So boom, hold R2, boom, just like that. It's a killer. I talk about this in my ones court videos all the time, all right? I get open off that move pretty much every single time I do it. So yeah, put that in your bag. It's a very good move to do. Oh, I guess one of the last moves, Rari Slide. I forgot about that. All right, so Rari Slide, this is what it looks like right here. I'm pretty sure most of you guys know what it is. It's just this. Very good move. This is for Kyle Lowry. If you don't have Kyle Lowry, you can't do it. If you have the Dillon Brooks, I'll go over what you can do with Dillon Brooks. But literally, you just run to the corner, or you just keep running whichever way you're running to. And while holding R2, you just hold your right analog stick either diagonally down left or diagonally down right. So if I'm running to the right corner, I'm gonna hold diagonally down left. So boom, just like that. That's the Rari Slide. Come on, it's very easy. All right. Boom. If I'm running this way, I'm gonna hold diagonally down right. Boom. Easy. And so actually you can do the Rari slide or like Kyle Lowry's top jumper animation anywhere. If you're at the top of the key and you just hold R2 and hold straight down, you get like this really good like step back animation. So I did a dunk. You gotta make sure you're not too close to trigger the dunks. So like that. That move is a killer in certain situations. So I'll try to do it again. Nah, that's not the good animation. That's not the good one. There's a really good one you can get. Let's see. It's literally that move right there. That's a really good one too. Like the really far step back one. I forgot about that one. There's so many moves you can do out Kyle like that. I guess, was I just doing that? I feel like I was just doing that, but you know, play around with doing Kyle Lowry's hop jumper because he has a lot of really good animations. You'll pull one out by accident. You'll be like, oh snap. You just get open, like wide open off of it. So I can't seem to get it though. Yeah, I don't know. You figure it, play around with it. Kyle Lowry is very broken though. I mean, that's literally every move. I think that's actually every single move that I do. So as you see, I'm just dribbling. Oh, last little thing. Out the Kyle Lowry, you can actually do this little, like that. And that is a very, very, very good move. It's just left sticking doing a spin out the corner. All right, boom, left stick, like that. Do that move if you play on the threes. Even if you play on the ones, it's a very, very underrated good move. With that being said, I'm pretty sure that's every single move that I do, every move that I know how to do. As you see, like most times when I'm dribbling, I don't even have to be looking because I already know like what I'm doing. Of course, you know, there's little things like the Kyrie behind the back. So you can do basic into a cross into, basic C Francis, Kyrie, you know, and start dribbling again out of that. So let's see, boom. I did the C Francis behind the back. Boom, like that, you know. There's little, I hate that I'm like steadily forgetting moves. You can do like this walk back animation. So like, I just did the connector out the Jalen Suggs. That was okay. That's the walk back I'm talking about, but I'm not getting the connector. So if you want to get the walk back out it's really just this walk back animation right here. It's that. You can get that move out of a lot of moves. All you got to do is just like slowly start walking back, and you know, you want to walk back in a way where your player is going to be putting the ball between his legs. So I'm gonna like hold diagonally down left and walk back, or like walk back and like try to make him do it between the legs while walking back. You know, you'll figure it out. It's kind of hard to explain. You just want to walk back and try to make him do it between the legs, and eventually he'll get like put in an animation like that. Boom. It's weird. It's hard to explain it because you're walking back but like trying to do it between the legs. You know, I'm pretty sure you guys can understand what that means. You want to walk back and try to do it between the legs. It's only your left analog stick. I'm not even using my right hand. Try to walk back and do it between the legs. That wasn't even the good animation right there, but I was just doing it. So you can do that move out of Jalen Suggs. Boom, like that. That's not even the good one too. I'm still getting the weird one. And boom, just like that. That's the good one. And then you can just start dribbling once again out of it, you know? It's very, very easy to dribble in this game, bro. It really is. It just takes time, like learning the moves. But once you learn the moves, I know people be in my comments are like, you're not even looking at your screen. How are you dribbling? And it's because the moves are easy to do. You just got to make sure you're actually executing them, you know? So man, it feels good having Steve Francis. Oh my God. I can't wait to get my account back and I can use Steve Francis again. Y'all of course know the Dbook Stepback is just that animation right here. You just run one way and just literally flick your right analog stick straight down. That's how you get it. Boom. That's a bad Dbook Stepback. That's a good one. Boom, that's a good one. You can quick stop out of it. So boom, easily just shoot right out of it. That's how I quick stop. I think it's the best way to quick stop in this game. That's pretty much everything. You know, some people still ask like, how do you do the L2? The L2 sucks in this game. The L2 cancel, it's not good. This is the L2 cancel in 25. This is what it looks like. That's the L2. Oh, messing up. There we go. Boom, boom. It sometimes gets you open, but more times than not, you're not getting open off of it. Literally, you just run one way, and while you're holding R2, you just flick the other way. So just like that, and it's really easy to do, but like it's not you don't get many kills off of that. That's why like I'll do it by accident, but I'll never like intentionally try to do the L2 cancel like that. Last thing I got for y'all, just practice, bro. You know how to do all these moves now, so now you just got to put them together. It's as simple as that. I will hop on the 6-6 and show you some of the Sigs that like the 6-6 gets. All right, he has a 6-7 build. These are the Sigs I'm gonna be rocking. Zion, T-Mac. We'll use MJ, KD, Luca. I forgot MJ is a good regular breakdown. Dbook cross, pro-com moves. Okay, yeah, he has good Sigs on already. And so as you see, like dribbling it's literally the exact same. There's not much like of a difference. Instead of me doing Isaiah Thomas, I'm just doing KD now. I know one thing I used to do a lot on my 6'6" is KD, pro-com moves, KD. So KD, pro-com moves. I did the Jalen Suggs. KD, pro-com moves, KD, like that. You see, once you know how to do the moves on just one build, you can literally dribble on any other build because it's the exact same stuff. Let's try to do that. Boom. Jalen Suggs, walk back again, run out of it. Oh yeah, the running out of the basic, this is what it looks like when you're on the tall guard. So you don't hold R2 again, right? You just run, boom, boom. It's really good for fading. See, it like sets you up for fades. It's easy to dribble on a 6'6", but if you play against a good defender, you got to know what you're doing, all right? If you're gonna have Sigs like these on. Now, if you just got like KD go-to shot and Zach LaVine step back, you really don't just spam those moves and you're gonna get open every single time. But you know, if you want to have some form of skill and you want to like use a brain while playing this game, this is how you're gonna have to like try to score. Also, using Zion's dribble style to its fullest, right? His same side speed boost is bad. You see, that's the same side speed boost. It's really bad. You can't really like burst. It's terrible. You see that? So with Zion's dribble style, you have to misdirection. So the ball's in my right hand. Yo, keep the ball in your right hand, do a crossover, and then run back to the right. So boom. He just did it behind the back. Yeah, boom, boom, like that. That's the fastest way you can run out of Zion's dribble style. Why is he doing it behind the back? Crossover, run, boom. And so one of those moves I was talking about that the 6'6" have that 6'4" don't have is the Dillon Brooks. And so this is what, oh, that's another, okay, there's like 2 more moves I'm gonna go over, all right? Man, this is a long video. So the Dillon Brooks hop jumper, this is what it looks like right here, boom. You can only do that animation to your non-ball hand. So this player is right-handed, right? I can only do that animation going to the left. So to do it, all you have to do, if the ball's in your right hand, hold your left hand or hold your right analog stick just horizontally to the left. So boom, that's how you get it, all right? Now, if you want to get that move out of like combos, so let's say I want to do basic, and then Dillon Brooks, make sure that you're like canceling out of both of the basics before you do the Dillon Brooks. So basic, cancel. Oh, I tried to run back. So basic, cancel. See, I didn't cancel right there, so I couldn't pull it off. So basic, cancel, and then Dillon Brooks, just like that. You got to make sure you're doing the cancel or else you're not gonna be able to do the move. So boom, boom, cancel, boom, simple. I think a little combo I used to do was like this, like that. So you can do it out the KD. You know, I'm not gonna go over the gliding stuff. This is what gliding is. It's when you like, let's say, do the basic crossover, and then you like start holding L2 and like trying to run back and stuff and walk back. So like that, you know, that's the gliding stuff. I'm not good at doing it, so I'm not gonna go over it. That's like for Impexual and Glock and them. I don't really do it. So once again, it's easy to do. It's just like something I don't do. The last move I was talking about is the Devin Booker between the legs. All right, so I have Dbook's crossover on, so when I do the connector, that's what it looks like. When you do his between the legs, it looks like this. Boom. And you see that little animation he did at the end where he like picks the ball up like that? So you seen that? You can like, when you see that animation, you can instantly just do a basic crossover again. So boom. You see that? You can instantly just start dribbling again. I can now run back, reset. You know, I messed up right there, but yeah, Devin Booker has a really good tween for dribbling whenever you do his connector. So you see that? Like, that's tough. And oh my God, it's so many things you can do in this game. I don't know why people say that the dribbling's bad. I really don't. If a 6'6" can move like this on this game and a 6'4" can move the same exact way and a 6'10" can move like this, the dribbling's not bad. It's not. You just don't know how to dribble. Because there's so many moves you can do in this game. People are like, oh, it's so limited. Bro, I can think of like 14 moves I can do out of just one move. You know, if I do a crossover, I can do it behind the back. If I do a crossover, I can do a tween. I can do a walkback. I can do a connector. I can do a run back. I can do like what? There's a lot of moves. Just got to know what you're doing. Now, I finally do think that's everything. I'm really trying to think of something that I'm forgetting. I don't think I'm forgetting anything. If you have pro behind the back one and you want to get that really good behind the back, so if I could do it, it'd be nice. Like that, boom. All you got to do is just do some moves. So it could be a crossover, it could be between the legs, an escape cross, whatever. Do that move and then flick your right analog stick diagonally down twice. So if the ball starts on my right hand, I'm gonna do a crossover, then flick diagonally down right twice. Boom, like that, simple. That's how you get like the one that launches you forward. It's a very good animation in this game. It'd be nice if you do it. There you go. And you gotta be holding R2. So, boom. Very good move. I'm pretty sure that's everything. I've been recording for an hour so far, so I hope I didn't leave anything out. I'm tired. I'm pretty sure y'all are tired now at this point. That's everything, you know? If you're new to the channel and this helped you out, or even if you've been subbed, drop a like, subscribe if you haven't. Make sure you comment down combo for the chance to enter into the giveaway. And if you got any questions, let me know in the comments, bro. So, to me, boy, GB3, I love y'all, man. Peace.